Do 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 do. Yikes! Yikes!
Well, hello and welcome. Welcome to Yikes podcast. It's been about 16 years since our last podcast was made.
What year is it?
Isn't that right, Colin? 16 years?
I don't know.
No, it's only been 5 months. But it feels like a while. But we're back, motherfucker. And we're here with Colin.
Hey.
And we're here with Zaggge Coleman.
Oh, hey, what's damage, people? I'm here coming to you through the power of podcast.
We are brought to you by Barks Root Beer. Buy it. And we're brought to you by Matt Capel's Films. Go watch those.
Barks has bite.
Is that their logo?
Ken made that up, or at least he claims.
Oh, bite as in you take a sip. It's so refreshing. It takes a bite out of you, out of your.
I don't know. Ken just claims they had a contest for coming up with a slogan, and you can all send what your ideas were to Barks, and Ken sent Barks Got Bite, and they selected Barks Got Bite from somebody else. Ken was like, I wrote that.
Can you imagine how lazy of a marketing key that is? Like, we can't think of our own.
Let's get free marketing from the people who buy our product.
And we'll give them a sixer of fucking Barks or something.
Yes.
Yeah. So we're gonna just go right into what everyone's been talking about, and I mean everyone. It's one of the hot topics on Congress right now. It's your taste buds, and how they are just evolving over time. I know that's a big thing in the Senate right now. So
Fuck a healthcare.
Trump has brought up a lot
yeah, it's been brought up.
to pull attention away from him.
I want to just talk about, most specifically, party chips. You know, like a grab bag of chips. You got like a pretzel and Dorito in one bag.
It's like a Cheeto.
Yeah, maybe a Cheeto thrown in there.
Familiar.
Yeah.
I used to just despise that because I was a very purist chip guy. Like, I wanted, I was going to have Doritos today. I'm not trying to get a Sun chip with a pretzel.
No.
But now, I enjoy, the mix-up.
Yeah, you got the French onion in there. Then you got the Cool Ranch Doritos.
It's just, great textures.
That's all I know.
And it's just a great little thing. But that's one of my experiences of my taste buds changing. I know Colin's a big fan of his taste buds changing.
Yeah, because I used to be a bitch.
With
That's what I
spices.
I mean, with Pete, that's a good example because we had pizza tonight, and I used to only have plain pizza growing up, and I made a big fuss about it as well.
But that's a classic kid move to have plain pizza.
Well, yeah, that's
But you
true.
were just a big.
I refuse to try anything. It's like
That's the thing with big food
yeah,
too.
I refuse to try anything else. Now, tonight, I also hated pepperoni. And I mean, I wouldn't have pepperoni pizza. Like, it wouldn't not ever be my first choice.
Oh, fuck you.
But I'm not a big pepperoni guy. Everybody got different opinions. I'm food.
Yeah, yours is wrong.
All right, well, you know what? You guys can suck a dick.
Spreading fake news.
But we had something close to a meat lover's pizza tonight. There's pepperoni on there, and it was delicious.
It didn't mind you now because you're older and you've adjusted or you've changed.
And I stopped being a bitch.
And yeah.
That's the
But
key.
what about stuff that you liked and now don't really enjoy anymore? Has there been any instances of that in your life?
But more, it wasn't taste buds as much as I just realized I didn't like the texture of it.
What's that?
It's believe it or not, it's avocado. I love guacamole, but when I see avocado, I expect it to be more solid, and it's just as mushy as guacamole, and I don't like that. I want it to be harder. I don't know. But guacamole, I know it's a mush.
So you don't like avocado slices on a sandwich? On like a nice chicken,
I don't.
bacon,
That's it.
cheese
I don't like it
sandwich?
on a sandwich. I can have it in my sushi,
Sushi?
my sushi, but on a sandwich, it doesn't feel right. It's just a mush that I was not expecting.
Yeah, but prices are gonna go up. Once a fruit becomes a white people hot commodity item, the price goes up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's all about trendiness.
Trends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which right now, Quinoa is in.
Is that what to
Quinoa's
look
good.
for?
Yeah, people all about that life right now.
Yeah, quinoa's not bad. It's good with some cranberries and some nuts. You mix that with cranberry and walnuts, you're gonna have a good time.
It's very healthy.
Yeah.
Health is trendy right now.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
but at the same time, we're still
Having
pushing...
diarrhea is trendy.
Yeah.
Well, that's a totally separate section that we're going to get into is diarrhea tonight.
Oh, well, I'll get into diarrhea.
I'm glad
tonight.
somebody's talking about it because
See, one of the things that I
plagues
used
a lot
to,
of my friends.
I used to hate Peeps, like marshmallows.
Love them.
I still hate Peeps.
I mean, you bite into it and you think, well, looks
Listen,
like I'm signing the contract for stomach cancer.
If I could just have the bunny ears, that's all I want. Because there's more sugar on the bunny ears, and more coating. On
I
it.
just get like a headache when I eat Peeps, man.
Yeah, I mean, definitely as I've gotten older, when I just have like too much sugar, I definitely won't feel well.
Yeah.
I mean, and that is sugar-coated sugar.
Yeah, it's
Yeah. And then I can tell you one thing, I never liked Skittles. Still to this day, I'm unimpressed by what Skittles bring to the party.
I disagree on that one. I like Skittles.
Well, once again, you're wrong.
See, I'm a big jelly bean fan.
I like Starbursts. Jelly beans.
Oh yeah, I saw those at the store, but I just went for the Laffy Taffy.
They're up there.
I did get those.
Yeah, Starbursts, they're up there.
And the Laffy Taffy.
And a Laffy Taffy.
Oh wait,
God,
you
I surprised
you
myself.
got Laffy Taffy?
Laffy Taffy jelly bean.
Oh,
They're different. They're
I
not-
like them better than Laffy Taffy. I'm not a big fan.
because
of
I'm
the
really
texture
not a
of
big
Laffy
jelly bean guy, but I like Laffy Taffy a lot.
See-
Is it just like little bits of Laffy
See,
Taffy?
if-
Taffy.
Yeah.
Essentially,
But not
except
as
it's
hard.
easier to eat.
Yeah.
And that's why I
Yeah.
like the jelly beans because I didn't like the texture of
It's good to know.
Laffy Taffy.
The more you know.
The one big question I have for Colin, and it's sort of his expertise in life, is ketchup and his ketchup consumption. How much ketchup do you think you've eaten in your entire life?
How many pools?
What kind of measurement do we want to put?
Pools.
Pools?
Yeah,
Pools.
like
Pools.
U.S. swimming pools.
Yeah, Olympic, U.S.
Olympic.
swimming pools, Phelps pools.
Yeah.
About 10? No.
10.
No. Probably not even
I was
one.
gonna say no. Yeah,
Probably not. Probably if we put it into regular size pools, about a pool.
about a pool.
About a pool.
That's definitely a lot.
It is a lot. And if we put it to packets, dude, I bought. The Wendy's packets, the ones that are like dip 'em packets.
Oh yeah, like the.
They're
They're usually saved for sauce, but
Yeah.
Wendy's does it in
wow!
ketchup.
and
Yeah,
Wendy's does
and-
it.
yeah,
That's
they got
cool.
the big ones, and
The
those
big ones.
Yeah, those are 3 times as much as regular ketchup.
Yeah, hope.
About a
We should
year
get some
ago.
Wendy's on the way home.
About I'm looking for diarrhea. I'm not looking for that much diarrhea.
I'm looking to die.
But I bought a box of 100 of those about a year ago.
Where?
Amazon.
Oh my god, dude.
Wait,
And it was-
wait! A box of 100 packets of ketchup.
100 packets of the big ones.
Was
which
it
are 3
specifically the
times as
Wendy's
much.
ketchup too?
Well, they're not Wendy's ketchup. They just,
Well,
Wendy's
like
gets
Heinz.
those.
Or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're
I don't
Heinz.
know.
Yeah, Heinz.
If it might have the Wendy's logo on it, like the Burger King ones.
No. Wendy's just gets those triple pack, those large ones that are triple the size of a small ketchup packet.
Right.
It's good to see that you can talk about ketchup so long.
Oh, I love ketchup.
Well, you
Well,
got
that's the thing.
you got rid of the shirt, Hogue. Doesn't that kind of
The shirt was worn out.
Didn't you pretty much disown
No,
yourself?
because the shirt was worn out, 1, and 2, it was too small. It was like tight. It was hard to put on. I grew out of it. But because I bought it when I was like a
You're
sophomore
growing
in
boy.
high school. Yeah.
You're growing
But
because you're eating
my
all that
point-
ketchup. You're getting
My
your vegetables.
point is, I bought 100 count of it, and in a year I finished it. So that's 300 ketchup packets in a year, and that's only at work.
Wait, I thought it was 100. It was 300.
If you go down to the smaller packets, the smaller packets are
One
3
equals
per
3.
1 case. So we're talking about 300 of the smaller packets.
Oh, okay.
But and I will add to that I get ketchup packets and a lot of the deliveries I get at work of food. So I'm consuming
Did you
those
bring
and
them
then
home?
moving over to the ones I've got in the drawer.
you ever bring them home where you're like, oh shit,
Oh, no.
I might be running low.
He's got his own big one. At home.
Oh, I got a ton of
Yeah,
of
like the
work.
big tub.
Yeah.
At home.
Oh no! At home we buy the triple pack
Yeah,
one where it's got
yeah, they're
3 next
connected
to
by
each other.
plastic.
Yeah, exactly. And we go through that in about a month, usually less.
Do you think you'll ever give it up? Like, if your doctor was like, you need to give this
Well,
up.
You're never gonna stop having
No.
diarrhea unless you give up.
Yeah,
the
like,
ketchup.
would you give up ketchup in order to never have diarrhea again?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I've actually been trying to cut ketchup out completely because I know it's not good for you.
Because of the
There's
diarrhea.
tons of sugar in it.
Yeah.
Like it's not, and that's honestly when people go on diets, they never think about cutting out sauces. But sauces are one of the biggest issues you got.
Oh, yeah.
I actually think that you're really onto something there.
There's so much
A
sugar.
lot of people don't think about it because
Yeah.
they just think it's something that goes on top of the food. How much can it really be? It's not really food.
Exactly.
Condiments are food.
Somebody was telling me about like there was a thing on Facebook the other day. It was one of those like make this recipe and they put it on like, oh, look at this, it's decent for you too. And I was looking, I was like, dude, this is crazy unhealthy. And they're like, what do you mean? There's nothing unhealthy. I was like, that sauce has so much milk in it. And milk, by the way, is not good for you.
Yeah.
There's practically no redeeming qualities in milk. The calcium, we can't even absorb it correctly. Did you know that?
Well,
science, dude.
plus, like at the end of the day, if you really want calcium, we live in the age where we're able to pretty much isolate anything.
Take a pill.
Yeah, so you just take a pill.
Vitamin pills.
Just
and all
take a
that shit.
job.
Yeah,
big
James.
job.
James takes pills.
Well, those are sad pills. They're for sad men.
Shit. Well, let's go into sad songs right now. That's called a segue, fellas.
Yeah, that's
right there.
that's-
You like that one?
That's a good segue.
So I had a poll up yesterday on my Snap story, which is probably one of the most famous and most viewed Snap stories of all time. I think about 60 people viewed it. No, I think a little bit more. I think it was in the hundreds.
Shit, that is a lot.
No, it's really not. It's pathetic. I think I had like
Snapchat?
yeah.
Dude, I get at tops like 32 people-ish. I think that was the max I had, 32.
But people, do you have a lot of Snap friends? That's the thing.
No.
See, I probably have a lot of Snap friends, and I know people like will see that I have a story and just go, "I'm not fucking watching
Nah.
that." And then, because I do that to people, I'll look, I'll see the name, I go, "I'm not gonna give them the satisfaction of me viewing their story."
I watch certain people's. I mean, I watch everybody's, but some of them I'm skipping. Through
Yeah, just to get rid of the notification.
because they make them too long and they're just too boring. People don't know how to snap.
Yeah, well, that's exactly it. I snapped yesterday that I thought, in my opinion, the saddest song on the planet was Landslide. Specifically, the Dixie Chicks version of Landslide. But there's a couple that I think are really right up there. One of them being the Sarah McLachlan one that with the puppies and
Well,
commercial.
but the song is pretty average. The visuals,
video, yeah.
it's just like Sopranos. We were talking about Stern earlier. It's like how Baba Booey cries when you mention
Yeah, the
that Elton John song,
yeah.
and not even necessarily because the songwriting got him, but because the visuals of the video.
Yeah, it's about the
Yeah.
brother with AIDS.
Good Booey crying.
Yeah,
I was
that
a big
is
fan of.
So, but what are your guys' thoughts on different songs and why do you think they're sad? Because these songs might not be sad to people.
It's all relative.
Yeah, that's. I was about to say. It's just a matter of how you're feeling.
Do
at
you
that
have song
moment.
choices, Luke?
No. You?
I could go.
Yeah.
Oh, well, me being a big fan of, Tom Waits, a lot of his songs, very sad. I don't know if I can think of too many off the top of my head, but, pretty much a lot of stuff from the 70s, it's pretty sad. I would recommend checking out, a lot of his materials. A lot of songs by a guy called Conor Oberst. He's got some pretty sad songs. He's got this one that's about, breaking up with a girl but trying to remain friendly with her. I would say a lot of young people could relate to a song like that.
Yeah.
If you're young, both male or female or transitioning, whatever the fuck, whatever you want to call yourself, I would recommend, you have a hard time with something like that, listen to something like that. It's always nice to know that, that you're not the only one feeling the way they feel.
Yeah, you're not
Yeah.
alone.
Yeah.
I thought of a choice that I have. It's actually, I like the cover of it. My mom actually cries at this song when she hears it. It's If You Could Read My Mind by Gordon Lightfoot, but I like the cover by Johnny Cash because his voice, it's just his voice. The way, like, you can hear it in his voice. That dude was, because it was in one of the albums he made in his later years. And you could just hear, like, he's been through it. He's been through the shit, and you can hear in his voice how sad he is. And which is the same thing with Tom Waits. You can hear it in his voice that he's sad and he's been through what he's talking about. And
It's had a lot of smokes.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Also, I would just
alcohol
like to-
and booze.
I would like to
mean,
drop,
they do the same thing.
Tupac's "Brenda's Got a Baby," very very sad song, very real song.
Yeah.
I feel like that. That's one that gets forgotten. Also, want to give a shout out. The Tupac movie's coming out in June. Let's hope that's good.
That's true. I thought of one more, actually two more. The Frank Sinatra song, I Did It My Way, is a toughie. And I know Evan, if you played that, Evan would probably cry because it has directly to do with Derek Jeter retiring. He came out with a commercial and it had that song. And I never really heard the song until the commercial. And it was like his last thing. It was like him walking into Yankee Stadium the last time. And I know Evan would cry if that song was played.
I'm gonna play that next time
he will totally get emotional. And the other one is that song. I don't even know who sings it. It's called "I Hope You Dance." If you heard it, you'd be like, because the title alone, you're like, what is that song? That doesn't sound like a sad song. It's "I Hope You Dance," but it's that like really like mom song where you see it in a lot of like those like sad like videos showing like kids like with their parents and stuff. Like I'm gonna play it right now because it will get you really sad. I don't want to play it any longer.
I was about to say,
assuming-
are we allowed to play?
I think the rule is if you're a podcast that no one gives a shit about, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, it just depends how much you're watched on the radar. But then again, look at Balls Davis films. Our audio gets kited all the time.
That's true.
But then again, YouTube, they got a lot of hardworking people.
We just had a couple seconds of a song, and it was a sample.
You calling out SoundCloud?
Whoa, you got a SoundCloud that you want to plug right now?
No, no. I'm saying YouTube. You said they got a lot of hardworking people. We go on SoundCloud. Are you saying that they don't got a lot of hardworking people?
As in hardworking people who are out there to
find,
try to stop
yeah,
art,
to stop
fuck
the,
you.
try to stop
Exactly.
Balls Davis from expressing ourselves.
Exactly.
So, I have to say that I enjoy that someone can make a song that can actually tug at your emotions like that. I don't
Yeah.
like to listen to it all the time. But
Dude, I watched some really stupid shit on YouTube, and one of the things I was watching was an American Idol bit.
Oh god.
Yeah, I got
Don't
to
get me
American
started,
Idol. No,
dude.
but that's the thing.
I do that all the time.
Oh,
You
okay.
watch the contestants and
Exactly.
the emotional ones.
One
Fuck
of them made Simon Pegg cry.
Yeah.
And
Is that the one where he walked away?
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
didn't want to bother
you mean
him.
Simon Cowell?
Yeah.
You don't want to say
Did I say
Simon
Simon
Pegg?
Pegg?
Yeah.
I did. Simon
Hot
Cowell.
Fuzz guy.
Yeah.
No Star Trekkers.
But Simon Cowell, but I actually read in one of the comments. Apparently, a week earlier, his mother passed away, and so he was thinking more about that.
Yeah.
But either way, the song brought him to think about that, and that's
That's big.
that man is hard to make do anything other than insult you. So
Yeah.
But-
What do you guys think of? What do you guys think of baths?
I can tell you one of my ex-girlfriends, because when I was living in New York City, I was like, I think I'm going to take a bath. And, she was a bit of a germaphobe. And she said, it's pretty much just like laying in your own filth.
Yeah.
Which, I would say, it's a good time, Although I would definitely say it's not the best way to get clean.
That's exactly it.
But,
Yeah.
but like, it's different. It's like you treat yourself,
yeah.
It's like it's like going to the movies.
Yeah.
You
Have
go,
you-
you treat yourself. You get to sit down, you get to relax.
It's a nice thing to do every once in a while. I went like years without doing it because you just like take a shower. But I have a tub upstairs. It's not big, but I can like hardly fit in it. And I do it to help like my knees and stuff. But you cannot get clean at all.
Yeah.
You just do it to just like kind of sit and
To
relax.
just kind of
That's
sit.
how people got
It
clean.
gets in like all of your pores.
Yeah.
It like definitely has therapeutic reasons for somebody like you who's physically active.
That's how people cleansed themselves like 1,000 years ago.
Yeah.
'Cause they couldn't get something to flow. They
It's
just sat in their filth.
there's been times where I'm like, I need to shower, but I want to take a bath, so I'll shower and then take a bath. So I wash myself, and then the bath feels a little cleaner.
Wouldn't you want to take a bath and then shower though?
No, well, I mean, I was gonna say that, but then I thought about it. If he's already showered, he's clean, so he's not sitting in filth. He's just sitting in him.
That's exactly it. I don't know what kind of
That's
like
important.
if I'm because I do it after the gym, so I don't want to sit in my sweat. So,
You got real loud there for a second.
oh, good.
Dude, just
Um,
yell
I'm
loud.
fucking pissed.
as far as
I'm
bats
fucking
go,
upset.
I completely agree. They're a treat. I just have small bathtubs, so I don't take them.
Well, that's it. I hardly fit.
They're Hoke tubs. But the thing is, we got tall people in our house.
That's true.
Oh yeah.
I'm the only one that can fit in the bigger one. And the
Well,
bigger one
you
is
know,
still
Gracie's
small.
the shortest resident.
Gracie, she could bathe outside because she's a dog.
Oh yeah.
No, she still gets
short.
baths inside. Actually,
That's good.
she looks miserable. It's funny.
Yeah, well, no Schweppes likes.
Yeah, they don't
likes
really
the
like
baths.
baths.
Yeah, Jer's not a fan of baths, and you
No.
know, Jer's liked almost everything.
Vanna fucking hates baths. He gets all pissed off. I'm like, dude, this is helping you.
Yeah, people want to cuddle with you now.
Yeah, now you don't smell
Yeah.
like shit.
You know, I
think he likes smelling like shit.
Maybe
He
dogs
finds
do.
the worm and he
rolls
rolls
in
in the worm. Like he literally found earthworms and rolled in earthworms. I've seen him do it.
yeah,
It's ridiculous.
yeah, he's just a boy.
I want to talk about who you guys think is a really underrated, hot, attractive female actress slash model. Because everyone talks about the classics, the Jennifer Lawrence and Emma Watson and all those people. I really wanted to talk about an under the radar people that, you know, obviously not like a no name, like a random person, but like, you know, someone that people haven't seen before and don't really think of all the time, but you're like, no,
All
she
right,
doesn't get enough prop.
I got one.
Yeah.
We could pick older people, right?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Alyssa Milano, circa Commando.
That's a great
You know,
choice.
grew up hot. Let me tell you, Charmed, great show. They definitely had the air conditioning on that set, if you know what I mean.
That's a nipple reference. That's so nipple. Hope, what about you?
Yeah, I think we might have done this question before because I remember answering Brie Larson last time, and I'm gonna stick with Brie Larson.
Brie Larson is a great
That's
one.
that's a big one though. Like she was at the Oscars. She presented an Oscar.
Did she?
That's a big one.
But
yeah.
she was
She gave Casey Affleck the Oscar, and that she was obviously pissed off because she's obviously anti-sexual assault.
anti-whipping your wiener out.
Well, yeah, and like Casey Affleck has like multiple charges against him for
Whipping his
doing
wiener out.
doing wiener related material.
Brie Larson was just in. I think she was just in King Kong, and I
Was
saw
she?
her in that.
She blew up
Oh,
really fast.
you saw Kong?
I saw Kong.
How was Kong? Did you see it in 4D where the seats move and they spray mist on you?
No, I only saw it in regular D, 2D.
2D.
At Ridgewood
that's
Theater.
The best D.
I saw it at Ridgewood Theater opening night. There were 7 people there.
Really?
Oh,
How
not
was
very-
John C. Riley? It looks like he gives a Brule style performance.
Yeah, it was good.
All right.
He was good, but I'm telling you, Brie Larson and my girlfriend agreed. Brie Larson was made to look super hot because there
Yeah,
was
of course.
no females in the entire cast basically, and her outfit was like a sexy Indiana
dumb.
Jones. It was just like tits out, hair done, all pushed back. Like she was meant to look really good, and
Yeah.
comparative because there was no other girls. You were like, this is the hottest woman on the planet because
Yeah.
she was the only woman on.
Because there's like
Well,
John Goodman on
see-
set.
Exactly. And like some Asian guys, and then like Brie Larson, and you're like, whoa,
Just-
she's so hot.
Wow, it's amazing that people just didn't have their way with her. She was greatly outnumbered.
See, that's the thing. When we first asked this question, she was not this famous.
When did we ask this? We asked this in one of the podcasts because I fucking forget. I
Well,
thought
she
maybe
definitely
we-
got famous through that movie Room, often confused with The
The
Room.
Room.
Yes.
This
Dennis
was before The
Dennis
Room.
once
Room.
looked through my DVD collection. He said, "Oh, you got the movie Room? That's a very, very famous movie." I said, "No.
You don't wanna watch that.
No. That's not what I said. When I said no, you're thinking of the Oscar-nominated picture Room. This should be Oscar-nominated picture The Room." And
Fantastic.
yeah, obviously Dennis
haven't
didn't
seen
want to
it,
waste
you're
his
wrong.
time. Yeah, I'm very excited for that James Franco directed film.
Oh baby.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Have you seen those pictures of
Anything
him?
James Franco
He looks so
touches
much like Wazowski.
is decent
It's
at
insane.
best.
I'd said my underrated chick is
at least.
Kate Beckinsale.
All right.
Oh, Underworld.
Underworld.
Yeah.
Never saw Underworld.
Well, she was. I mean, I don't think she looks amazing in Underworld, but she was in Aviator, also with I think Leo, right? He was
Yeah,
there.
it was Marty. Marty did that.
Yeah, and she looks really good in that movie. But I just picked her because she's one of those that no one ever says, and I think there's times where she's looked very extremely attractive. But she's not everyone's pick. And also, she kills vampires and stuff and zombies.
That's pretty badass.
Yeah.
You know, I think as far as badass goes, you got Emily Blunt. She's a bad. She does all these badass movies. Sicario, fucking the movie with Tom Cruise, that was like Groundhog Day, but like with aliens.
Oh yeah,
and
the
action.
Edge of Tomorrow.
Yeah,
That movie was cool.
it was. It was a good movie. Tom Cruise made a comeback in my mind.
Yeah, if he wasn't just a fucking weirdo with his
If he wasn't
Scientology.
crazy.
Well, you know, we'll see how this new Mummy picture goes. You know, Tom could knock it out of the park.
The screen.
That was the
Yeah.
weirdest scream of all time.
See, the only problem is, you know, Brendan Fraser, you know, is not in the film. How
that's
are they
my
going to
problem,
get
too.
James Hogue to go sit down and watch that film called The Mummy?
Well, he's also a big Cruise fan.
Well, yeah,
Can't
but
lose with Cruise.
but Hogue is probably such a bigger Brendan Fraser fan.
Is
Oh,
it Fraser
yeah.
or Frazier?
Fraser.
I've
Fraser.
heard both though.
I gotta listen. I got a video that both of you guys that we're gonna have to watch at the end of this podcast. There's a guy he makes videos about Brendan Fraser awareness, as in like what's going on with Brendan Fraser.
What's he doing?
He plays clips from this interview where Brendan Fraser sounds like he's gonna cry throughout the whole interview, and then like he's like, listen, I'm just making this video to bring attention so everybody knows that Brendan Fraser's not happy. We got to do what we can to make Brendan happy. You know, so please, if you see Brendan Fraser, please make him feel better. You know, that divorce that he got, you know, he owes a lot of money in alimony. That's why he's in shit pictures.
That's why they're always playing The Mummy on TNT, because it's any sort of money that Brendan can get to
Yes.
help pay for his divorce.
Yeah, Brendan's a great guy.
Also, The Rock was in The Mummy, or wasn't he? He had a small role.
He was the Scorpion
He's
King.
Scorpion King.
And then they gave him his own film.
Yeah, which sucked.
Well, yeah, I didn't see it. It looked bad.
Yeah, it was
but-
pretty bad.
Yeah, it looked bad.
It was pretty bad.
I mean, that was before The Rock, I think, knew what a movie was. I think he just knew what a paycheck was.
Who was
Yeah.
the girl in The Mummy? Because she was kind of under the radar hot. I don't think she did much of it.
Oh yeah, that British girl.
Yeah.
Wasn't that Catherine Zeta-Jones?
No, but she's attractive as heck.
Well, yeah. Michael Douglas would only get throat cancer from eating out the finest bitches.
Dude, that might be like top 5 worst ways to go out.
What, getting throat cancer through eating pussy?
Yeah, that has to be up there. And that's talked about
Guess
a lot,
what?
but that is fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
Ah,
I'd
Rachel
still do
Weisz.
Rachel Weisz. Oh, yeah, was married to Darren Aronofsky for a while.
You know who's really hot that was in no movies? The girl from Austin Powers, the one that marries Austin Powers.
She's in stuff.
She's in Bedazzled, which is
She's
a
also
Brendan
in-
Fraser movie.
She's
God,
also
it's a
in.
circle. Life is a circle.
She's also in like one of those like shows that's about like British Parliament.
Yeah, but I'm
Hurley.
saying she
Yeah.
didn't do a lot of stuff like in her prime though.
Yeah.
She did stuff when she got older.
Yeah, she's in some
Big
stuff.
stuff, I'm saying.
Yeah, she's not much anymore. But that, oh my God, she didn't do anything for a while.
That's what I'm saying. Like maybe she had a
Between
kid or something.
2004 and 2010, she did nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah, that makes sense.
she was really attractive in Austin Powers though. That was,
Austin Powers always had attractive.
Yeah,
women.
like prime Heather Graham.
Oh yeah.
Ooh,
Good God.
oof.
And then the third one had Beyonce
Yeah. Beyonce.
pre
Bae.
Jay Z.
Yeah. Pre-tarnished Beyonce. Just kidding. Shout out to Hove.
Oh.
Now, I want to tell you guys a really quick story. It's been on my mind because I've never really told anyone this story. It's about hot women. And it's about a rule that my school implemented. And you're not going to believe this story, but I'm going to tell you everything, word for word.
Well, I'm probably gonna get worked up here.
This is true.
I'm gonna get worked up probably.
Every single word that I'm going to tell you is true. So I went to a school in Connecticut. I'm not going to say where I went, but
Give me names.
If you knew anything about me, you would know. I went to a Catholic school, and freshman year I lived in a dorm. And most of the time, this is your first time by yourself. You have really nothing to do if you're not at class or at the gym or something or eating. So there's a lot of downtime. If you didn't have a girlfriend on campus, you were kind of just like,
Jerk it off.
what are you going to do? You're going to jerk off,
That's
probably.
what, that's what men do when
You're
we're
gonna
bored.
obviously
It's,
jerk
you
off.
know.
So
I'm
that's not an
familiar.
issue. Like, your roommate's not there. You're like, hey, we'll see what happens. I'm not going to say I did it, but I'm going to say that's what people did. So one day, a person I know, not me, was going to do something that they usually do every day. And then they noticed when they typed in a site that it, a proxy block came up that you're not allowed to go to this site. So this person left.
Let me guess. It was like midiclips.com.
It was a gaming site.
Let's go with
Addicting
Pornhub.
games.
It was some sort of site of the Pornhub nature. So you look at it, and then it comes up that this site is not allowed on this internet because everyone uses the school's internet.
Ex-hamster.
So
Yeah,
I swear
was
to
gonna
God,
drop a reference. That's a
this
good
is
website name.
this is what happened. I'm in my room. Click a website, doesn't work. I look at the computer. I go, "What the fuck? This worked yesterday. This worked the day before." I leave my room. The door is right next to my desk. I open my door, walk into the hallways. The hallways are filled with guys walking around.
Yeah,
They're
like
all
yeah,
asking each other, "What's going on with the internet? Why
Yo,
isn't it working?" I
yo,
swear
yo,
to God,
I
everyone did
can't
it.
jerk off. I can't use my imagination.
Right when it happened, people walked down to the halls and they left their fucking like little rooms that they were hibernating in, and they just were like, "Yeah, I don't know, the internet's not working." Meanwhile, everyone had their pants down like 20 minutes before, and they all come in the hallway. That's where I met like two guys that I ended up like living with the next years because the internet went down.
Guys, we can't jerk off right now. Let's be friends.
And that week,
Oh, I guess we're gonna have to talk.
yeah, I guess we're gonna have to not just jerk off. That week, I found a box and a wrapper for a fleshlight in the bathroom, and I had never seen one in person. I never saw the thing itself, but I saw a box for it. I was like, "Wow, these are desperate times." They called for
Desperate times
measures.
call for sticking your cock in flashlights.
That's exactly what FDR meant when he said that, or whoever the fuck said that. But I just thought it was amazing that a school would have the balls to just be like, you know what? Kids should be jerking
It's
off.
Catholic school, though. You know.
I know.
I bet if you try to look up,
You know how
putting
much
your body on a boy, they would be step by step.
you know how much sex probably happened that week?
Probably.
Everyone went out and had sex
Yeah,
instead
like
of jerking off.
yeah, like people were like, I gotta see real boobs.
Yeah.
I can't
Like,
see computer boobs.
It totally backfired.
Purchases of magazines went up big time, even though no one's using jerk-off magazines.
People like getting in touch with girls that they went to high school with, like
Yeah.
even, like
Hey,
ugly
what's
girls.
going on?
Send nudes.
Hey,
please,
send
please
news.
get nude.
Please be nude for me. And then I get nude. So now is our favorite time of the program. We're gonna get some questions going. So we're gonna go on the IG Live. All three of us are gonna start an IG Live. There might be some echo. No, you know what? Fuck it. First, we need to hear from our sponsors.
Hey, this is Colin Hogue, the star of the film Goddard. This is the 5th anniversary, so we're releasing a DVD. It's platinum, and I think that's, yeah.
All right, guys, we're back. Thanks for listening to our commercials here. We're gonna go Instagram Live. Which one?
How many kangaroos can you fit inside a dolphin?
Dude,
Well, okay. Now, can we cut the kangaroos up into tiny little pieces?
that's
a
see,
good question.
This is where we're working here.
Yeah, are we allowed to cut the kangaroos up?
And can we remove the bones? Because if you think about it, if you
Bones are
debone,
big.
if you
Well,
debone,
no, the bone is
listen,
a
I'm
part
not
of it.
done.
Oh, you gotta
If
fit
you-
them whole. You gotta fit them whole.
Fit them whole. Well then,
Probably
the
1 to 2.
Yeah, probably 1 to 2. Now,
No,
now,
it's a
now,
dolphin.
see, now I'm gonna make this question really interesting. You know, when you debone the kangaroo, you can fit a lot of kangaroo in there. But now we're getting into the process of what to do with the body. As in, you know, if you want, you could even just grind it up into ground kangaroo beef.
but we gotta
you
go
can fit
whole.
a lot in there.
We have to go whole.
Yeah,
So,
so
what
then
about
one.
you fit a baby kangaroo into the
A
mama
Joey?
kangaroo?
A
Yeah, can we
Joey
fit
eye.
baby
Pouch.
kangaroos
A
in there?
Joey
The
eye.
pouch of the mom.
You put the Joey eye in the kangaroo. You put the kangaroo in the shark. Does that count as like a shark and then
No, it's a dolphin. It's
and
not
a
a
joey.
shark.
Oh, it's a dolphin.
Yeah, it's a dolphin.
Oh well,
Smaller.
okay. So you take the joey eye, you put it in the dolphin, you put the dolphin in you put it in the kangaroo, you put the kangaroo.
You can't put a
in the
joey
dolphin.
eye in a kangaroo. Joey eye's got too big of a back.
Yeah.
His back's too
That
big.
dude's back is so big. I saw him today.
We saw him at the bar.
He's a drinking man.
Yeah, him and Jimmy Reho got a
I
big
got no
argument.
answer.
Yeah, it was all about the blockade.
The
And then
blockade.
and then Hogue apologized. Hogue said, "Joey, I'm sorry about the blockade."
Is the use of Facebook hurting communication for friends and family?
Yes.
It depends on how you look at it.
I guess let's say social media. I wouldn't say Facebook because
Yeah.
Facebook's pretty blah right now.
Yeah, it's affecting people in a lot of ways. What a lot of people don't realize is that there's constant dopamine involved in this whole process.
Hogue's a big fan of that.
And that's something that I don't think people are because what happened was that we all equated dopamine with drugs and things like that. Where I don't think people have fully understood exactly how dopamine works and how sometimes you don't need any substances at all. You can start abusing.
Ready? Here's dopamine. Ready? Oh, I like your sweatshirt.
Yeah.
You just got a hit of dopamine.
I am high off positive feelings, which also comes into the bit about people wanting safe spaces. People like the internet because it makes them feel really good. People don't like the real internet because then they become soft, and we don't need people that are soft. In my opinion, if you can't handle the internet, go somewhere else. Or as Tyler the Creator said, what's cyberbullying? Close the screen.
True. You don't need to be online.
No.
Get the
Prime,
fuck offline.
prime example. You guys were talking about Snapchat. I don't have a Snapchat.
Yeah.
I don't have a Twitter. I got Instagram. I got a Facebook that I never go on.
Yeah.
And I got an Instagram that I use to follow Damage Boys.
As far as Instagram goes, the best, if I think something's good on Snapchat that I've created, I'm gonna save it and you'll see it on Instagram.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Would you consider being a social media public figure, so that's a YouTuber, a vlogger, Instagrammer, a full-time occupation? Obviously, it pays the bills.
Do I have to answer to anybody, or does creativity start and end with me? Because that's
You're
a
on
major
Instagram,
question.
and I'm sure those people that you see with the 15 million,
Yeah.
they make their money off of ads,
Yeah.
being in videos and getting paid for it because
Yeah.
they're well known and they have all these followers. I think it's a job because obviously it gives you money and stuff. I think they're the luckiest SOBs ever because they either are very attractive, got really lucky when Instagram started getting really big and they picked up. Because if I was them, dude, I wouldn't do diddly shit the rest of my life. I would be an Instagram
Video
fucking
games,
person.
man.
Yep, you just chill out. You make some videos that suck, that no one thinks are funny, but somehow you got famous for it.
and you still
God
get tons
knows.
of likes on it for some reason.
Because people want to see you nude. People want to see that blonde
that's-
chick,
you're
Layla
talking-
Pons, nude.
And also Amanda
Sarni or whatever.
Yeah.
They want to see her nude.
They wanna see her nude,
They're
that's it.
waiting for that one time where maybe Instagram's not paying the bills and maybe she'll take her top off. Because half the time, if you look at Instagram and you see her video, you know how you have to pick the slide that you want it to start with or whatever? It's always one that looks like they're about to pop off. And they get more views.
And then
Yeah,
of the guy, it's always
comments.
the one where his eyes are beautiful. And he's like, oh, and he's got no shirt on.
Look, I don't think it's a
For the
great
ladies.
profession, but god damn it, I'm jealous as hell. Here's one. What do you guys think of the uprise of upcoming rappers like Khaled and Chance the Rapper?
DJ Khaled, I think, is a fuckboy. I don't like him.
Yeah.
Chance, I think he is part of a movement that is needed. A movement that was lost for a little bit in rap. That happy-go-lucky side of rap. That rap that's not about fucking crime and all that bullshit. It's this innocent rap. Like he's a very happy rapper, very lighthearted rapper, and I think we were missing that for a while. So
He also gave back to the community, so he donated all that money
Yeah,
to schools.
he seems like a very good dude.
In Chicago, I think that kind of stuff goes a long way.
Yeah. I'm not going to say the person's name because maybe they want to remain anonymous, but This person is venturing to a close 7-Eleven by foot and can only buy 5 items in the store.
Okay,
With an unlimited
easy.
budget,
Well,
what
like,
5 items
what
should
is
I
the
buy?
budget though?
Unlimited.
Unlimited budget.
Okay.
Easy. You're gonna want to get Slurpee. You're gonna want to get Twinkies. You're gonna want to get. Some chips. You're gonna want to maybe get some Pop-Tarts. And question: when you're done with the venture, are you gonna get to somewhere where you can heat up some food? If so, maybe not a bad idea. Think about pizza rolls. Maybe bagel bites. They got those burritos that you can get.
All right, Hogue, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts are Reese's Sticks,
Yeah.
a Reese's Fast Break,
Whole pizza.
Pizza Lunchables, which is Hogue Pizza.
I knew Colin
Pizza
would say
Lunchables.
Lunchables.
Funyuns.
Yeah.
We're going for diarrhea. We're going for diarrhea. And you're going to finish it off with your favorite soda. Personally, I think you should pick grape soda.
You're not going with a Slurpee at all?
No, I say Slurpee is a great deal, but it's a little chilly out, and you don't want to be holding a cold item in the cold.
You're thinking practically here.
Yeah.
All right, Keenan, I would agree with some of these guys. I think the Lunchables is a pretty good idea. I think getting some candy, maybe like an electronic cigarette if you're really in the mood to buy one of those.
Get a good head rush.
Yeah, pack a lip if you're into that too. You could buy that.
If you smoke, you should get a blunt wrap as well.
Definitely
Yeah.
some, like a hot dog or something like that they warm up. Or, Evan is a big
Taquitos?
fan of 7-Eleven pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Colin.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, those are some options.
I would rather make my pizza with Lunchables.
I'm sure.
Dude, Lunchables are
Arts-
so gross.
Arts and crafts.
So, that was a good question, though.
That was the best question we got so far.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta pull around a little bit.
We have a couple of followers. I have none now. Nope. I have one. B-Flow is following.
What does he have to ask us? An interesting guy like
Andrew is said, "Thanks for the advice. Walking to a local 7-Eleven to get hot dogs and tobacco!" Exclamation point.
that. Dogs and tobacco.
That's a good comment, dude. You're like a modern day David Wells or someone. Roger Clemens.
Shit.
Here's just a random question for you guys. Not a question. Talking point. Have you guys had Taco Bell breakfast? I know Colin.
No, but I would love to go.
So the thing is, Taco Bell around here, there's one on Route 17 North.
Doesn't do the breakfast.
Doesn't do
though.
the breakfast.
Yeah, it's because one of those like hybrid machines.
Yes, it's the KFC mix.
Yeah.
And that's their excuse. Bullshit. It's such bullshit. I don't
Yeah.
care what they say. Open up for breakfast. You'll make a killing.
Yeah, don't fucking.
You want all the high boys, you gotta get breakfast.
Yeah, that's exactly what McDonald's realized when they started doing all day breakfast. They were like, we can finally get the high boys.
I think
in
that's
here.
Taco Bell's next step. Is they should do an all day breakfast, and they would just.
Yeah, I think I had it once with you that one time. We walked over from one place to the next. Well, where were
We
we?
were in Colorado.
That was Colorado. Why did we get Taco Bell in Colorado? We
Hope,
could've got
you
local
and I
places.
both know why you got Taco Bell.
Well, yeah, I mean the entire time I was eating gummies.
Yeah, I gotta go.
But it was great,
It was.
and it was so cheap. It was like
It was.
$4, and we got like freaking 3 things.
Yeah. Also, speaking of the gummies, those were cheap as well. It was like $20 for like a 20-pack, so like each one got you pretty nice.
You
So,
became a nice person.
a dollar getting nice.
A
No,
dollar
that's
to
pretty
be
good.
a nice person.
Yeah.
Yeah. If only we can give that dollar to Brendan Fraser.
Yeah. Well, no, his wife will take it.
Bitch.
You bitch.
You bitch.
Brendan Fraser's wife, you're a bitch. Ex-wife.
What did Brendan Fraser's ex-wife do? Was she just a wife? Or was she an actress?
I don't know. I just know that, she gets a lot of big alimony checks and, it makes Brendan's life very difficult.
It's like Michael Jordan's first wife. Paid like $200 million.
Well, he's got the boys in China making those shoes for him, so.
We got a question coming in. Direct message from B-Flow. He said that he was writing a question as the feed cut. So it must have been a long question because he was in the chat for a while.
Well.
So he said it's a metaphorical. And now he's typing it. So we'll wait on B-Flow and a little bit of word from our sponsors here. One of the sponsors is The Gap.
Gay and proud.
They basically just wrote that they want everyone to know that they're still open, and please go to their store, The Gap. This might be the best question we've gotten of all time, and it's from Ben Florence.
Let's go.
Zach, I'm going to ask you first.
Okay.
And it's not fair to Zach that I'm asking him first, because it's really, I'm putting you on the spot. Colin, if you want to jump in.
No, go. Just read.
Ben Florence asks, bottom 5 Allendale residents of all time.
Okay. Now, is this living or dead?
Oh my fucking god. It's whatever you want, man. I'm just asking you what I was told.
Okay, fine. Oh man.
I've got.
I mean, honestly, I can't think of 5. I can think of one person I could say 5 times.
I already know who that person is too.
Yeah, I mean, look, any
He's
listener.
on my list.
Yeah, I mean, listen. So I'm gonna go with the same name 5 times, and that name is Mark. Quote Donald Trump: "I'm the president. You're not." It's my new favorite Donald quote.
He's not wrong.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever have any like false pretenses of anyone in your life? Like, I'm gonna explain this like this. When I was growing up, you'd play video games that were violent, or you'd buy like pretend guns. And one of the things my dad would always say, he'd be like, "Oh, I hate guns." And then I started getting older, and he would say that stuff, and then I'm like, does he hate guns because he was like secretly like a spy in Cuba or something in the military and never told anyone? Like, I got these crazy things. I was like, maybe he's like trying to like push this anti-gun thing because he doesn't want me to think that he's actually like a kick-ass covert
kick-ass
spy.
dad.
Like he was like in the army and he killed people or something crazy.
Yeah.
And then no, he's just a big pussy and doesn't like guns. That's what I eventually found out. But I had this like weird thing, and it was from watching a ton of like weird movies with like guys that are like undercover and stuff. And I was like,
Undercover Brother
being the biggest one. I just like, one of them had Brendan Fraser in it also. I was like, no man, this is a front. This fucking guy, he's killed people before. He's a spy, man. Something happened and he doesn't want to talk about it, and he's just anti-gun. No, he's just a big puss and doesn't like guns and whatever. But
I think I understand the question, though.
I mean, I don't know any people I can give examples for, but I mean, places I might have examples for. Like, I think the paintball store is totally just a drug funneling.
It's not a paintball store anymore, though.
Is it not?
Are you talking about that store that we got a bunch of airsoft guns at?
No, the one on Route 17 next to the...
Next to that gas
next
station?
to Aladdin or whatever?
Aladdin, next to Aladdin.
It's closed now,
okay.
but
It's
yeah.
closed?
Yeah.
Because for the longest time, no one was in there, and they were still open. It was years of just no one being in there, and they were still open. And I was like, there's no way they could fucking be surviving off paintball sales.
Yeah. I think the only way those places survive is they're linked to fields. So that field somewhere will be that'll be their their store.
Right.
It might be like their flagship where they sell guns or ammo or equipment or whatever. But they don't do it like, they might not sell all of it on the premise, and they want an actual store, which is kind of dumb because they should do it close by. I know Paintball Depot, their like actual retail store was like a couple miles away from their actual field.
Yeah.
But you're right. You would drive by that place, and there was like an AT&T next to it, and then there was the Aladdin smoke shop, and then there was that paintball place, and there was zero fucking people in there.
Aladdin definitely did better business.
Oh, absolutely. They always have somebody in there when I go in there.
Yeah.
Or used to go in there a lot.
Yeah, I've never been the only one.
Speaking of stores going under, businesses going under, Horizon is closing, I heard. Horizon Diner finally closing.
No way.
The one
I heard they're
by,
closing.
Like,
The
Uncle
one-
Giuseppe's.
What are your sources?
Next to Uncle
What are sources?
this is word of mouth.
Word of mouth. Which mouth said the words?
You don't know the person.
Don't want to say. We can't say.
Well, I mean,
He's
I
not.
can't
He's
say.
not.
I can't say it on this. That's why I don't
on
want to say it
Tradio.
on this.
Welcome to Tradio.
I mean, I think it's a bummer just because I like the fact that New Jersey has a bunch of diners.
You have not heard what's going there.
Talk about.
So I've heard Chick-fil-A
Get the F.
I will get fat because of that.
Dude, that's gonna.
I don't
change.
care about the gay guy who owns it or the anti-gay guy that owns it. I just fucking their chicken biscuit sandwich for breakfast.
See, I've never had Chick-fil-A.
Oh my god,
It's gonna change the
dude!
game.
It's gonna change this area's game on fast food.
Well, especially because it's by Uncle Giuseppe's. I like Uncle
Yeah.
G's.
Yeah.
Quote, Uncle Giuseppe's. I love Uncle Giuseppe's.
Yeah, Hogan and I went to Uncle Giuseppe's the other day. It was
Yeah.
Hogan's first time.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
Oh, I got nothing.
Oh man, it's good food
I got
there.
bakery stuff. Actually, there's still cake
Dude, those
upstairs.
baked goods are
Are
crazy.
they still open right now?
Yeah.
Uncle
Let's
Giuseppe's.
just go.
No, it might be closed. They're closed at like 11:30.
Oh, okay.
It's almost closed. But I think that there's more cake upstairs from my mom's b-day that no one ate except for me.
Really? Well, you know,
You got some cake.
you offered me cake, and I'm gonna say where.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with that.
Hoes with me.
All right. Thank you guys for listening to our horrendous podcast. Do you guys want to sign off? Have any words you want to say to the people?
Go.
Well, I want to thank you guys very much for letting me be in your podcast. It was an absolute pleasure, and and I hope that you guys will have me again.
I want to give a shout out to the Westminster Dog Show. Why didn't you let fucking Gracie in? You son of a bitches.
It's a very
Gracie is the best in show.
Yeah, I would agree. Since the passing of Jersey, it then went to Gracie.
We sent them a picture and a letter, and they said, "You guys can never enter. That's a mutt. Get your mutt away from our show." And I said, "You know what?
You know what, you better tell him fuck you.
I'm gonna find you, and I'm gonna slap you in the face. Whoever's right."
It was a shit response, though.
Well, I didn't want to say anything too crucial.